I'm going to have to keep that in my mind since I play Peach too.
Yeah, it's something to avoid, definitely. All right, so he's already charging needles. He gets the grab. What does he get off it? Just a forward tilt. Those needles could have been shot a little higher. He would have actually gotten more needles on shield. Wouldn't really have mattered in the long run, but one of them might poke. Plus wants to keep Sheik in the air in the matchup because Sheik's aerial drift is like pretty bad.
Yeah, as a former Sheik player, not the best, but something you want to do.
Yeah. So the old school mentality was, if both of them were in the air, Sheik wins. When it comes to neutral, if both of them are in the air, then Sheik wins the exchanges usually. If both of them are on the ground, Sheik usually wins. However, if there's a discrepancy between who's on the ground and air, then Peach has the advantage.
Yeah.
And it makes a little bit of sense, but I think using needle grabs well and timing when your needles come down can really change that dynamic. Oh, no. You wanted to react to that. You want to react to that. You don't want to just go up and preemptive fair. So right now, Plus is just trying to space. And CCM's way more aggressive than I am in this matchup. You'll see me on the other side of the stage trying to lame out the Peach, because I don't really know what I'm doing. He's much more aggressive, but nice coverage. Let's see what it gets him. Yep. That's going to be it. Alrighty. There we go. That might have been a shield poke, or it could have been maybe Plus tried to shield drop. I don't know. Nice. Up tilts are good. You can go for the hardest read and do an up smash, but you'll probably get hit out of it and look like an idiot. He didn't get caught in a combo after that. That's good. Simple combos. You don't want to trade versus Peach a lot, so that was kind of a rough situation. I like the down tilt. I also like going in for that down smash just to send her off. The Plus is back.
One of the things I personally had to be is that Plus made PR this season.
Yep. So did CCM.
Yes. CCM was PR last season too?
Maybe. I don't know. I think so. The PR this quarter was kind of it was probably one of our weaker PRs.
Yeah.
And I think people on the PR will be the first to attest to that. If you ask either of these players what the most recent PR looks like, it looks pretty weak for us because there's a lot of players who, if they went to tournaments, they would be placed higher.
Yeah.
But yeah, CCM is at 6, and which is definitely, I think, a high for him. And then Plus is 9. And what are we gonna get? Nothing much, but Plus regains control of center.
Yes.
CCM currently has the lead, but let's see how Plus can adapt to it. He's got some stuff up his sleeve.
One of the things I've seen Plus do a lot is Peach isn't working out too well for him. He'll usually switch to
Ice climbers. That might work for CCM. CCM is relatively new to Sheik. The thing that might happen is he'll switch back to Samus.
Yes.
That's like the only thing I can see. All right, he tried to go for a back throw setup. Wasn't the one I talked about, but it was in theory should work. But Plus just barely sneaks back on and takes a stock. Interesting coverage. All right, yeah. CCM made sure he didn't fade into Peach because it would have resulted in a down smash. Once again, just trying to outspace Peach. That's pretty much Sheik's go-to in the matchup. You have a little more range than Peach, and you can use it. All right, that should be it.
So stock right there, and CCM takes game 1. Pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I'd say. This is the counter pick, though. This is definitely what I ban in a best of 3 versus Peach, just because I don't want to go there. I think I banned it against you when we played, because I don't want to go there. The potential for getting down smashed through a platform is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Sheik has it a little better than other characters on this stage because her crouch is so low. Like Captain Falcon, there are some platform heights where it doesn't really matter what you do. You're going to get hit, and you're going to take like at least 30 damage. But Sheik doesn't have to worry about it that much. already. Very, very nice lead.
I personally really like the stage as Peach just because of the down smash on platform.
Hey man, the cheese works. Don't let anyone tell you it doesn't. It definitely does. And then you see what Plus is doing. He's under these platforms because he knows that it's a little harder for Peach to, or for Sheik to approach in this matchup that way. It makes counterattacking much easier. It's kind of on a tear. There's a bit of a mix-up when Peach does a float canceled aerial. Does she grab you immediately? Does she dash dance, or does she whoop, some change fell in my pocket, or does she double jab? And it's kind of a rock paper scissors between what you do if Peach hits your shield. Something not talked about enough, I think. All right, so you saw the invincibility on Sheik's down smash, frame 5, I think, hit the same frame as the invincibility from the other down smash. But Peach is like, sorry, I'm just, no, you don't win against my down smash, just does it again. Because Sheik's is invincible, one leg is invincible on one frame, and I think Peach has invincibility throughout a lot of it. So be warned. Alright, I like the down smash. That could have been a really, really bad situation should, if Plus decided to take another defensive option. Alright, doesn't get the reverse hit. That's probably what he wanted. We're gonna see on a platform. One more try. Nope, never mind. Nice snipe. What CCM should have done is he should have tried the over Triforce recovery, where you nair the turn up B into it to get hit back towards the stage. And then potentially, depending on your percent, like wall jump tech, or just up B from there. It definitely advances the amount of recovery options in this matchup for Sheik. And other characters too. Alright, so that was an interesting light shield. What I want to see when we are in a situation like that from CCM is I want to see some down tilts come out. That's pretty much the only move that's going to contest a well-placed up B. And that's not my knowledge, that's knowledge that Cobb told me. So I do think it's real if it's coming from Cobb. Oh, no, no, no. See right there? Gimp setup and misses every needle. He doesn't do it low enough. I like him taking space in the corner. He's throwing in some tomahawks, some auto-cancel aerials, putting space. He knows he has a lead, so he doesn't need to do anything. Well, his lead's about to disappear, just like that.
Sniped again.
Yeah, whacks himself on the head for good measure. Peach has got to turn up. Her options are more limited than you think. All right, I like the down air, but he does a F smash. You never want to do that as Sheik. There's only very specific situations where it's even viable in any situation, and even then, it's better to do something else.
I think that's it.
He's gonna have a few chances, but they're pretty much gonna end the same way. Okay, there we go. Even if you had better DI, all Plus had to do was get up and rinse and repeat. All right, so where are we going next? That's the question I want to know.
As a Peach man, I really don't like playing on Battlefield.
You don't like playing on Battlefield? Is it the recovery aspect?
Yes.
I can see that. What are your feelings about Yoshi's? Because
I really don't mind if I play on Yoshi's.
Okay. In one way, it does make her die earlier, but in another, her hitboxes, the priority they already have is just so much better because of the smaller stage. You can't get camped out nearly as easily, which is a problem Peach has on pretty much almost every other stage, is getting camped in some capacity. Goes for the double up air trying to combo off of it, but only a back air would have hit that second time. Ooh. That's a situation right there where Peach will consistently catch Sheik players who jump early. I've been caught so many times with it I can't even count. So CCM's gonna have to be real careful in the corner, especially on this stage. I like the option coverage, but how's he gonna finish it? right, plus look to get a bit of extra percent. He's not going to, but CCM misses his follow-up, but cleans it up. Jab to forward air, I think, is like legit 120 and after if they're not crouch canceling. I don't know percents that well. All right, down throw into no. What I would have liked to seen, I would have liked to have seen an immediate full hop down air descending on the plat, and that way he could dash attack any tech recoveries and still hit a miss tech or tech in place. All right, what is this plus gonna get? Momentum's a huge thing in this matchup. It's not always about combo game. It's just about who has the most control.
Man, plus out here sniping.
Yeah.
CCM over and over.
Yeah. CCM's not mixing up kind of the heights that he decides to double jump or up B at, but at the same time, like, you got to give it up to Plus. He's putting these turnips in just the right spots. And if your opponent doesn't adapt or isn't adapting to your edge guarding, you shouldn't change it up. All right, that's not what you want. You know Peach is gonna spot dodge there because she wants the down smash. It's kind of hard to get it through your head a lot of the time that you should take like an extra second versus some characters who like to spot dodge. Samus and Peach are definitely one of them.
Yes,
where
definitely.
Their options are so limited when you're at a certain spacing that the cost-benefit ratio of trying to go for the immediate grab is just not really good.
Like, I was playing Logic a lot today, and run in grab, spot dodge. He'd run in and grab, and I'd spot dodge and down smash him.
And just because you knew what options he had. Yeah, you too, man. So now we're pretty much even. Peach's percent until we get above crouch cancel is negligible. Doesn't matter.
Pretty much.
Although we're about to be there. I think we are pretty much there now. Only weak moves are going to be able to be crouch canceled. He could have punished that, but didn't want to take the chance. We saw Plus do another down smash immediately after. Oh, nice jab. Catches him in midair. A weak move like that you can't do. Just take that out of your mind when you play against Peach. It's hard to do that. That's going to be it, yeah. Going to game 3. Game 3 of at least 4 now. So let's see what happens. Going to Dreamland.
Goes back.
I actually don't like this counter pick for Plus at all. Mostly because I don't know. I like this matchup against Peach because I'm a lame-o, and you can just sit on the plats and lame her out. And yeah, she gets a lot of survivability, but at the same time, you can really harass her if you play the matchup correctly here. So honestly, I kind of like it when Peaches counterpick me here, because they don't realize what they're getting themselves into. But I don't think CCM's going to take advantage of the platforms like that and exploit them. He seems to be much more aggressive, and he wants to hit somebody. He tries to go for the setup that I discussed earlier, and Plus smartly air dodges through. Ooh, barely gets through. Nice. Gets with the invincible leg. Frame 5, baby. And dash attack at this percent by Sheik is also kind of a filler move. That's why I don't go for it a lot in this matchup, because a lot of times you don't get anything out of it. She goes too darn far. And at lower percentage, so you can get crouch canceled and down smashed. So the applicability of dash attack in this matchup can be questionable sometimes. Plus doesn't get the reverse on that, something he wants to get pretty consistently. He tries to read the roll in, but that's not bench. That's not going to work. CCM knows his defensive options much better, but not enough to escape an edge guard. He goes for it there. He actually tries to fair the turn up so he can set up the over recovery. All right, looks like we got a grab. What's he gonna get? Typical. He's just going for the single forward tilts. What I'd like to see from him is get a bit adventurous on some DIs. Some DIs you can do fair, like short hop fair into immediate dash attack into another aerial, and that net him a lot more percent in the long run if he recognized that kind of DI. So we'll see what happens. All right, rinse and repeat. He's going to the... No, I thought he would go to the platform. That makes it just a little harder. Yes! He successfully executed it. It doesn't matter because he's probably going to die anyway. But he showed it to us, and he showed it to Plus, which matters a lot.
Now at this point, Plus has to keep that in the back of his head. Then.
Yeah, he has to be like, well, he knows the setup for that. So even if he doesn't really say to himself to change it up, that's going to have an effect on him somehow. He might not even recognize it in the beginning, but that is definitely going to have an effect. People are getting mad over in Smash 4.
Man.
Not really sure why, but someone's definitely mad.
And Smash 4, all the Smash 4 guys just get really loud.
They really do. We get loud only when Rick fights a top 100 player in Indiana. Then you'll hear Melee like scream. All of us just scream. But we don't have the same kind of hype. I should say our audience does not.
Like, Smash 4 is really competitive with each other.
Yeah.
Which is probably the reason why.
Mm-hmm. We're very much so. At this point in Indiana Melee, I think we've shifted to a mentality of getting better collectively. We have a lot of competition inside our state, but we all kind of realize we have that indie pride. So, we're trying to get each other better for the long run of putting us on the map. That comes with a lot of benefits. Better players at our events. All right.
Because I know Cobb and Reeve will usually come to these monthlies. If not.
Oh, yeah.
If there's not, Genesis 5 right around the corner.
Yeah, or if the roads aren't, like, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. INKY was actually a region in Brawl. Stitch Face, by the way. Indiana, Kentucky was a combined region in the days of Brawl, and a lot of people in Melee between these two states think that we should kind of try to do that again with Melee today, because outside of the top 5 or so of each state, it's a toss-up for who gets PR. That's just the general rule. It's all about who does better in that quarter. All right, Plus taking game 4? 3? Game 4. So we're going to game 5.
Game 5, baby.
But yeah, I support the Indiana Kentucky PR just because the top 5 of each state are pretty solidified, and after that it becomes kind of a misrepresentation.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times different players who aren't PR'd will perform better than the ones who are PR'd just because we're all pretty close after the top 5. That's why making the PR in the... Ooh, wow, nice grab. I'm going to stop talking about the PR. Screw that. It's over. All I care about now is CCM versus Plus and who's going to go on to fight whoever's waiting for him. I don't know. I think it might be Imder.
I think it is Imder. I'll go take a peek.
The young Noblesville Falco. So crisp. Shouts to the boy Imder. But not now. Right now we're just keeping it. May not be keeping it real. We're keeping it right. And horrible, horrible DI, but Plus was not in a position to cover ledge, so that's a free ledge for CCM. Nice read, but he doesn't get anything out of it, and I like that he covered his options there so he doesn't get, caught up by the down smash for missing his fair. He kind of spaces around it this time. Super, super smart. And that's going to be a fair, and the DI is right, so he's going to live. And wow, we got a interesting, I guess fall off second jump dare. It's weird. All right, no invincible ledge dash for you, but he sneaks over the turnip and kind of catches Plus as he comes in to dash attack or grab or just do some sort of option. I did not see. Too fast. Goes for the grab, misses the grab. Oh, no. That's why you need to do a rising nair. It just makes it a little easier. Doing it with fair, just that much harder, and you don't have to worry about that with nair. And that's just one less thing to worry about timing. Because a lot of times, like, people might talk about how something is more optimal than something else. But what about reliability? Because you're not going to get like perfect ledge dash, short hop nair as Fox every time, right? You're just not. So you need to have kind of an idea of what's reliable to use and what's not. So don't overextend. In the year of post 20XX, we have all these kids who can like, you know, they can shine 20 times on your shield, but like they can't edge guard, and it just baffles me. And I envy them that they can press buttons so quickly. All right, looks like CCM's got a bit of a lead, and in this matchup, a lead actually does matter, but it's not set in stone. So if you know how to work with a lead, you can get a lot out of it. But one wrong mess up on either side can lead to a really devastating punish. It all depends about a few different factors. Right now we're tied with percents, so each of the characters can be comboed pretty well at these percents. And that's probably going to be it for CCM. He's pretty off stage. He's going to get back, but you can't roll in there, dude. You can't roll in. Yo, is that bench? Like that. I'm telling you, dude. Gotta watch out for it. What a fast out-of-shield option by Plus. Doesn't even need to get the turn up. He seals out the stock.
One thing I really like about Plus's plays is just his short hop aerials and instant flow cancels and all that. It just, he knows how to weave them together so nicely.
He's fast. People don't think Peach requires a lot of technical ability. The people who think that don't play Peach and haven't played her, because in order to do a lot of these like quick succession aerials, a lot of the flow cancels out of shield, like that's a very specific timing, and the muscle memory for it's very hard to get down. Like it's very different from an out of shield shine or a different option because you're also mixing in the float. So that whole dynamic makes things very different. And catches him. That's gonna be. Oh, he mistimes the fair. That's not a mistake you can really make in this situation. But with the bad DI on that, he's going for it, but the turnip disappears right before he hits it, which is a shame. All right, you gotta watch for rolls in. Plus is obviously doing a good job, and once again, he waited like he was going to react, but then he just fared in the same place. So keep your options open. One thing Sheiks like Photonic like to do is they like to kind of stand in a position where they can fair two options and bear one of them. And there is a spacing for that, and it's pretty reliable depending on the situation. So just something to look out for there. Very good against Peach because, you know, our frame data isn't too amazing. Oh, no. This is yeah.
Can't be missing grabs against Peach.
No. He gets one there. This should be it. No DI can really save you at that point. Maybe some crazy smash DI, but nothing human level.
Past levels of SDI.
Yeah. Down throw, dude, you need to go for, in my opinion, CCM needs to go for a back throw gimp. Because then that happens.
That's going to be it.
This is a very big percentage game. And that's what happens when you know, you think you can do it the combo way, but that's a very volatile route to take in that matchup.